a star in the sky, could steal your light. You are the diamond in the dark. No oceans out there can wash you away. There is no way that you can't break.
There's something truly magical about watching someone prepare a meal, not just for subsistence, but as an act of care, a connection. In episode 6 of With Love, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex invites us into her kitchen and the vibrant friendships she has built since moving to Montecito. This episode is not simply about hosting a games night. It's about the beauty of new beginnings, the comfort of shared traditions, and the simple, profound joy of preparing food with and for others. From breakfast at sunrise to a Mexican-inspired dinner spread that brings people together. Meghan takes us on a journey where food is love and every detail is infused with intention. Welcome. This is Majesty's Sussex Report, and I'm Antonio.
You're a fighter, I'm higher, higher, higher than ever before. I'm higher, higher, I'm higher than ever before.
The day begins quietly. Sunlight filters through the windows as Meghan slices into a perfectly ripe avocado. It's creamy green, flesh smooth under her knife. She mashes it gently onto a piece of rustic bread, drizzling it with olive oil, and adds a sprinkle of salt and red pepper flakes. A simple yet perfect way to start the day. How many of you are going, what's going on? Why is he doing that? Why is he talking like that? I just thought, the description just made itself for me to do that. As you may see, I like amusing myself also. So here we go. So she takes a bite, savoring the moment. But she isn't eating alone. The show director is with her and they are chatting. She offers him a bite. And Michael is like, well, thank you very much. I am going to take that bite. A small gesture, but one that encapsulates Meghan's love language, sharing food, making others feel welcome. But she isn't finished yet, okay? So watching him enjoy that avocado toast sparks an idea. And I know what the idea is. She wants to make him something heartier, something indulgent. I'm going to make you an amazing sandwich, she says with a mischievous smile. A manwich. A manwich? A manwich? A manwich. You folks know what I'm saying, right? Man, sandwich, together. Yeah, manwich. Okay, moving on. What follows is a masterclass in comfort food. She pulls out thick slice of bacon, yum, 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 as we see them sizzle, 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 listening to them sizzle in the pan, and they crisp up to perfection. eggs cracked against the rim of the pan. Butter melts into the bread as she toasts it to a delicate crisp. Layer by layer, she builds the perfect breakfast sandwich. Just perfection. Oh, that bacon. And that smear of something creamy all stacked between two slices of golden toast. When she hands it over, he devours it. I mean, the man devours it. I was like, yep, yep, yep. That's the way you eat a man sandwich. Yep. Thank you very much. Each bite filled with the kind of satisfaction that only a well made meal can bring. There's something intimate, almost cinematic, about the way Megan approaches food. It's not about rushing, it's about enjoying the process, about making something with love and watching someone else light up as they take their first bite. I mean, she said it herself. A special gathering, game night with her new friends in Montecito. These aren't friendships built on status or obligation. They are genuine, organic relationships that have grown over time. Each of the women she has invited has come into her life at a different moment at a different time. And yet, they're, they share a tradition of wanting to learn new things. And together, they learned Mahjong. They have formed a sisterhood rooted in laughter, camaraderie, and mutual support. What I've come to really love about Mahjong isn't just the game itself, explains Megan. It's the feeling of community. We're all at such different chapters in our lives, yet this has become something really special for all of us. Like cooking, Mahjong is about finding order within chaos, making connections, and building something beautiful over time. But before the tiles are laid down or laid out, we need to create that inviting space. And nothing makes a space look more elevated than beautiful flowers, beautiful arrangements of flowers. Here, the Duchess shares some money saving tips. She says, the same way how she mixes high and low, well, let's not call it low, let's call it affordable clothing, she does the same thing with flowers. She buys flowers from the supermarket and deconstructs the flowers and adds some of the more upscale blooms to the arrangement. And voila, there you have it. The destiny childs of flowers. No, 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 that's wrong. That's wrong. The Diana Ross and the Supremes of flowers. No, 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 no. That's wrong too. That's wrong. The Patti LaBelle and the nope. Mm-mm, mm-mm, nope. The 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 Backstreet Boys and the okay, yeah, yeah. Let's go with that. Listen, we've got some food to cook because food that tells a story, food that brings everyone together. The magic of ceviche, learning from a master chef. Megan tells us that her love for Mexican food runs deep. a reflection of growing up in a diverse community where flavors and traditions and cultures intertwine. To make the evening feel even more special, she brings in Chef Ramon, a celebrated local chef, to guide her through the process of making a few standout dishes. And one of them is ceviche. Ceviche is one of those dishes that looks simple, but it's an art, Chef Ramon explains. And I will concur with Chef Ramon. I was in Lima, Peru, and Peru, their ceviche is just, I can't explain. It's just yummy. So the place I stayed at, they had a, they wanted the guests to get to know each other and stuff like that. And so a lot of young people, because it's like, okay, I'm traveling by myself and I would love to meet people, but I am super shy. And so having these sort of like daily things that you can sign up for, it's really great. And so they were doing this whole thing about doing making ceviche. So we went to the local market, not a supermarket, a local market, got the fish and all of that, and the chef brought it back to the hotel, and it was just so great, so great. I was like, yeah, I'll never learn how to do that, but that's okay. I'll eat it, and I met some friends. I made some friends actually, so that was great. It's delicious. I love ceviche, but there's times where if I take a bite or two and it doesn't sit right, I just don't eat the rest because I know something did not go right. You know what I mean? So just listen to your listen to that inner gut or whatever we may want to call it. So together they began preparing a stunning halibut ceviche infused with the brightest of citrus and the delicate balance of heat and salt. Megan listens intensely as Ramon explains each step. Selecting the freshest fish. Halibut works beautifully for this because it holds its texture when cured in citrus, he says. Creating the perfect citrus blend, they use blood oranges, pixie tangerines, and zuzo, each adding a unique note of acidity and fragrance. Thinly slice the fish. If you slice it too thick, the acid won't penetrate evenly. Too thin, and you lose the meaty bite, he instructs. I mean, Chef Ramon is like saying it as it is. Megan marvels at how the natural acids cook the fish, transforming it into something vibrant and full of life. As she assembles the dish, she carefully layers paper thin radishes, delicate um, shaved carrots, and microgreens, ensuring that the presentation is just as beautiful as the flavors. So here's something funny, but it's not funny. My dad hates ceviche. He hates it. He's like he's like, no, 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 no. So 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 you're telling me that the lemon cooks the fish? I'm like, well, it's the acid with the this, and he goes, but you don't put it in the oven or you don't. I'm like, no, you don't. You kind of. He goes, yeah, no, 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 no. It's the funniest thing. The funniest thing because my dad hates. I shouldn't say he hates it, but he does not like sushi at all. Like at all. No, he will get like California rolls or something. But sashimi and all of that, he will watch us eat it and he'd be like, that is just, yeah. He goes, oh, well, at least I have children that are adventurous with their food. Okay, Dad. Um, I love when food is art. You know who said that? Megan Sussex, the Duchess of Sussex. That's right. She just steps back and admires the plate. And I mean, it looked absolutely beautiful. I love the colors and the translucentness of the fish, and it's just in the and that sauce that goes in, that acidy sauce, it's just delicious, yummy. The excitement is palpable. She has not just made a dish; she has learned something new, something rooted in tradition and care. Along the ceviche, Megan and Chef Ramon prepare a show-stopping chicken tinga, a dish that is rich, smoky, and packed with flavors. So I was like, I think I can make that. What do you folks think? It didn't look that complicated. The ceviche, I will not touch. I will not touch because I will poison someone. But that tinga, I think I can do that because it's um, the base is roasted tomatoes, garlic, and caramelized onions blended in a deep smoky sauce. And the chicken, you poach the chicken gently in broth, shred into tender um, uh, pieces and like into strands before being folded into the sauce. And I'll come back to this thing in a minute. The finishing touch, a hint of chili and cumin, giving the dish its signature warmth and depth. Here's what I'm coming back to. So when I heard the word, and I've heard it before in some one of the other episodes, um, folded the sauce or folded the whatever, I was like, hang on a minute. They're folded. She's folding the sauce. How do you fold this? I'm like Shit's Creek. Shit's Creek. David trying to fold Myra, David, Myra. They needed Megan. They really did.
A cup at a time. A thin stream. It's supposed to be a thin stream. Blend it really well, or you'll burn. David, that's not right.
Okay, well, that's because I'm ladling and stirring at the same time, and you're just standing.
Now's not the time to lose focus, darling.
This was your idea. You're the one who allegedly made the enchiladas.
So try to keep up. Okay, next. Now's the time to sprinkle in the chili pepper flakes.
We've already done that.
What number are we on?
Oh my God, is this not your mother's recipe?
Yes, passing it on to you. So try to keep up. Next to fold in the cheese.
What does that mean?
Step is to fold in the cheese.
What does fold in the cheese mean?
He folds it in.
I understand that, but how do you fold it? Do you fold it like a piece of paper and drop it in the pot, or what do you do?
David, I cannot show you everything.
Okay, well, can you show me one thing?
Here's what you do. You just fold it in.
Okay, I don't know how to fold broken cheese like that.
And I don't know how to be any clearer. You take that thing that's in your hand, and you...
If you say fold in one more time.
It says fold it in.
This is your recipe. You fold in the cheese then.
Don't you dare.
You fold it in.
David! Oh, good. Now I see bubbles. David! What does burning smell like?
Love the idea of being able to see someone go, oh, that's so good, and knowing that you were a part of that. Can I start to fold this in?
Yeah, this is like perfect time for that.
And there you have it from the show Schitt's Creek. It's on Netflix also, originally CBC in Canada. It's a very funny show. I think it had 5 seasons. The first and second season is sort of like the built up. By the third season, you are addicted. It's such a funny um, series, and at the heart of it, it's all about family and how this very wealthy family survives losing everything. Um, and there you see us finding out basically, well, not us, but now David and Myra would know what folded in the cheese means because Megan just showed us as she was folding right there. Okay? I think I learned something too. This is great. So going back to this tikka, um, Megan stirs the pot, breathing in the aromas. She tastes the sauce, eyes closed, nodding in approval. Just looks delicious. This is like a hug in a dish, she said as she laughed. The taco bar is completed with handmade tortillas, guacamole, plantain chips, and by the way, the plantain chips. Let's talk about that for a second. So, Megan, I love you. I hope you know that. But bake plantain chips? I've never had baked plantain chips. And if I've had it, no one told me it was. Because I'm used to like frying my plantain. Like but, but baked? I mean, I know it's healthier, but so I think I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try baking my, you know, when I'm making plantain chips the next time and see, I don't know, how good it comes out. I'm sure it will come out okay. But it was news to me that you could bake it. I guess it wouldn't be news to me. I mean, of course you can bake it, but I'm used to it being fried. That's all. Okay. Anyways, so plantain chips and an array of toppings, allowing each guest to build their own perfect bite. As Megan's friends arrive, the house fills with the sound of joy and clicking of glasses, the shuffle of mahjong tiles, the easy rhythm of conversation. Each guest receives a personalized mason jar cocktail tailored to their tastes. Being a good host, a small but meaningful gesture that makes everyone feel seen. Isn't that really great? The night unfolds. Well, was it really night? I know this is a night board games or whatever game night, but it was more like late afternoonish, I think. Unfolds with inside jokes, playful competition, and the kind of warmth that only true friends can bring. Megan sits back for a moment, watching her friends sip their drinks, take bites of the food. She is so carefully prepared and laugh over the complexities of the game. This, she says, is what I love most, making people feel at home. Episode 6 of With Love, Megan is a testament to the power of food, friendship, and the small moments that make life beautiful. Through Megan's thoughtful preparation, her openness to learning, and her love for sharing meals, she creates a space where joy, community, and belonging flourishes. This isn't just about mahjong. It's about finding your people, making memories, and savoring every bite along the way. This to me was a stunning, heartwarming episode that leaves you inspired to, whether it's to cook, to gather, and celebrate the love that lives in the details, as Megan would say. Members of the court, it is my duty and my pleasure to present to you this week's benefactors. Jennifer Clark, the Royal Court says thank you. Thank you. Joan Garcia, the Royal Court says thank you. Thank you, and thank you for being a royal member. Alice Landon, the Royal Court would like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Connie Bonner, the Royal Court would like to say thank you, thank you. And thank you for being a royal member. Thank you. Once again, thank you so very much for the super sticker, super thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It all makes a difference. And I appreciate it from the very bottom of my heart. Thank you. And to every single person, every one of you who has been a part of this journey, whether from the very first day, the very beginning, or if you've just joined recently. I see you, I appreciate you, and I think about you. For those who have witnessed our growth, who remember where we started and can testify to how far we've come, your presence means the world to me. Your support, your encouragement, and your belief in this little channel has made a big difference. To those who show up silently, who watch the show, listen, they take in the content, even if never commenting or clicking like or anything. I don't know if you folks do, maybe you do, right? I just want to say thank you. Your quiet support is felt, and it means a lot. To our incredible members who contribute every month in helping the channel out, I cannot thank you enough. Your generosity, belonging to the member club, allows us to continue in whatever small way to create, to grow. And I thank you very, very much. To those who comment, who share, who engage, who amplify, man, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, you are the heartbeat of this community. Your voices bring energy, light, and inspiration to every conversation. Every single one of you. Thank you. You make this space what it is, and I thank you for that. Now, some of you might have already seen this. Megan had posted it on her Insta of people who are doing some of the activities or some of the things that is in the show, and I am so excited that they decided to do this. I think it would be a wonderful campaign. Excuse me, and I really do hope they continue to do it. If possible, I would do it every day. Post 5 every day. I think it would be really, really an extraordinary way of engaging. And yeah. So one of my best friends, she's also gotten the with love Megan bug, and she's just been just incredible. She's done all this stuff. She's like, I can't believe I'm doing all of this stuff. She's done the pasta. It's just been great. Just been great. And I love, love, love to see it because I think it's so inspirational. I think what some people don't get is what Megan has done is forget the fancy house, forget the this, the that, the beautiful property and all of that. She's taken all of that and say, okay, yes, I have these things, right? But you don't need all of this in order to be kind to yourself, in order to um, make what we may call the ordinary, to elevate it. And it's just an extra step, right? I mean, as I said before, buying fresh flowers once a week, whether it's from the supermarket or from a flower shop, and learning the type of flowers that maybe you like. And as Megan did in this episode, deconstruct them, right? There might be some you don't like so much. I remember I remember seeing someone at the supermarket once taking like the bouquets, like a bunch of them, and she was like, the ones she didn't like, she was taking them out, putting them in other bouquets, and taking the ones. And someone had to come and say, "Madam, you can't do that." And she's like, "Well, they're flowers. I just want the ones that I like." So it was kind of kind of funny. Um, don't do that. Unless they let you do it. But it's simple things, right? Like even when we talk about takeout, I get food delivery and I ever so often I'll just heat it up and just eat it out of the container. But every time I take it out of the container and I plate it, I mean, I sit down and I eat and I feel better. I feel human. And it's just that extra step. And I think that that is the beauty that a lot of these people are not getting because they expect or they want, you know, Shazam and pizzazz and the lights and the glitter and the glamour. No, you don't need any of that.
Now it's time, let's take a peek. Your voices shine, your words we seek. Join the chat, let's hear you say. Squad's got thoughts, let's dive today.
All right, so here we are, the comment section. I'm just randomly picking some of the comments out from any episode. No order, no rhyme or reason or anything. Just grab and pick it. So this is from Sharon Agustin. Hello, Sharon. Sharon in the house. Sharon wrote, "Thank you, Antonio, for sharing. I am very excited for season 2. So am I. What is the channel in Canada? Can you share? Thank you for all your hard work. Well, it's my pleasure. And I think I know what you're referring to because when I found out that season two was approved and actually that they had completed filming also, I was like, what? But I was in the middle of writing a comment. So it's CTV and it's the social. Now the social is usually not that bad in regards to Meghan, Harry, royal family, that sort of thing. But this episode, um, the panelists that were on was Jess Allen, Farah Nasser, um, Bruce something. I forgot his last name. He's a comedian, and Andrea. Now, from the start, and this was about the show. Jess Allen basically said, "Well, I watched it, but it was just her kind of copying Martha Stewart, and there was nothing fresh or new about the show." And then at one point, Farah Nasser went into she she's like a Marie Antoinette, like telling people to like eat cake, like she should read the room, like people are struggling with 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 their income and food bills, and I'm watching this and I'm getting angrier and angrier because I expect that nonsense, that intellectually vacant opinion from other places. I listen. I am biased. Okay, I'll admit it. But from a Canadian journalist to say something so vacantly stupid and ignorant, Meghan Markle is not responsible for poverty. And if you're going to judge her by that same standard, then why the heck did Martha Stewart? She still had her show. She still sold products, whether there was a recession or not a recession, whether people were hungry or whether the homeless were housed or not. So why? Why? It was just, anyways. You've got the information. If you're gonna if you're gonna go and comment, tell me because I didn't finish my comments. So I haven't posted it, and I wasn't going to post anything. I was just like, just let it go. But if you're going to post something, tell me, and I'm going to post something too. Okay? Thank you, Sharon. All right, we've got Joan Garcia in the house. Hola, Joan. Joan writes, "Hi, Antonio. Yesterday I visited Netflix to thank them for with love, Megan. Their contact us for form asked for 3 TV and movie requests. So my third request were with love, Megan, season 2. With love, Megan, season 3. Hey, with love, Megan, season 4. Hey, with love, Megan, season 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's beautiful. And you continue. I just love Megan. Take care. Joan, I know how much you love Megan, and I think it's wonderful. I think in so many ways, and I'm just speaking for myself here. I don't want to put words into your mouth. Um, there is so much about her that is identifiable. There's so much about her, and this is why I get emotional about it. Um, I do what I do here, and try to do my best always. There's pieces of her that I'm able to see myself. There is parts of her that I can just hear. And when this movement, this evilness is trying to just bring her bring her down because they know they know the power that she has. They know. We need her healthy. We need her to just continue to do her stuff because look at the simple thing. And I've been thinking about this a lot in the last couple of days because the criticism about this show is just unbelievable. Like, it's insane. Grown earth men on their podcasts are like hated. I'm like, who the heck? Like, when did this happen? But when we have someone that we can identify with, listen, I can identify with Martha Stewart. There's nothing about her that I care for, that I can identify with. Niente, nada. Now, when a certain group is able to see themselves, representation, and start to go, maybe I should buy flowers once a week. Maybe maybe I should eat more vegetables. Maybe I should. You see, it's that they don't want. They hate that. I remember um no, I can't give that example because I'll get into trouble. But this is all I'm gonna say. What she is doing, and in the most simplest way, is to teach so many of us how to value not only ourselves, but how to take simple things and upscale it because we are worthy. We are worthy. Too often, we don't say that to ourselves. I mean, I do it all the time. So I said, I'll get takeout food or whatever, and I'll just eat it from the container, and I just whatever. And every time I take it out of that container, and I plate it, and I may add um, extra something, vegetables or something that I have, and I sit down and I light some candles on the dining table, and I sit down and I have my meal, and I listen to some music. It's like I feel like a different person. I feel inspired. So, and I'll tell you folks, Joan writes like Joan is an activist, okay? Joan Joan, you know, she writes those letters. I'm telling you, each one of us have our own little special thing that we're able to do. And that is what is beautiful. Thank you so much, Joan. And our next contestant is Connie Bummer. Come on up. Yay! Hi, Connie. Oh, I forgot to say. Thank you for being a member, Connie. And Joan, thank you for being a member. Much appreciated. Um, Connie writes, thank you, Antonio, for a lovely podcast. It's beautiful the way you describe Duchess Meghan Sussex way of doing things. Thank you. I don't know what's wrong with me lately, but it's not. It's not. I'm sorry. Oh boy. Um. Thank you. Really, really, thank you. And sometimes I get really mad at myself because I'll sit here and I'll go over like a sentence that I want to say, and like 3 times, 4 times, 6 times, and I'll read what I have, and I'm like, ugh, that doesn't. No, I don't like it. Let's do it over. So I remember someone said to me once, like, "Who cares? Just like put it out." And it's like, "No, I can't." But thank you. I try and do justice to the way I feel about if I had a sister, she might look like Megan. Look at me, right? Big aspirations. But something like her. Um, and as I said before, I see so much or parts of me that are manifested in her. And for some reason, when I'm thinking about her and when I'm writing, it's like I'm writing as if I know she would say this. I know she would react like this. And I know this would affect her this way. And it's very interesting because it with Megan, it comes very intuitive almost. With other people, I have to think about it. Like, I don't know, like maybe he would say this, but is he like that really? I'm not sure. With her, there's a certainty, but also I'm careful with that certainty because again, I don't know her, so I want to be careful in how I describe her or how I write about how she may react or what she might say about something. Connie, thank you very much. And our next contestant is Callie Jen. Come on down. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, that's an awful like theme sound or music or something for a game show. Please, Antonio, get a grip of yourself. Hello, Callie Jen. Callie Jen attended today the um, sort of breathe in meditation on the other channel. Thank you for being there. I actually had my eyes closed. I was doing it also. So then when I opened my eyes, I saw you had made a comment. And thank you. Uh, Caddy writes, Guy said, Megan, Abby, Kelly, there's something fishy going on, and I need you to investigate. I love that. I'm really bad at like the word thing. I hope I'm doing some justice. Anyways, I I was I kept thinking as I was putting the episode together. That was episode 5. Um, I kept going. I'm like, these three are like Charlie's Angels. They should like I don't know. Someone should propose that. But then I wanted to do something more elaborate, like, and Megan, she's this, and that, and Kelly, blah 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 blah, and Abby, blah blah blah. And then I thought, you know what? Don't, don't, because it'll take me a day and a half to do one. And second thing, as I start to like find out things about these people, if they have like something tragic happened or something like whatever, I'm gonna get all emotional about it. And no, all I want to do is just do this quick short. So I'm happy you liked it. And I was like, who should I put as? Because I thought at the beginning I'll say I'm like Charlie, and there's like nah. Let's find someone else. And it's like I know Guy. Guy should be Charlie because he's like just chilling out, right? He's chilling, but he knows everything. And I, it's so funny, Caligen. When I read this the first time, I didn't clue in on the fishy because they actually made fish, right? Like they cooked fish. So it's not until like the second time I read it, I was like, Oh, that's clever. Fishy and this. Oh, clever, clever. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And here she comes, Miss America. There she goes. Okay, bye bye. And we've got in the house Patrice Jones. Hello, hello, hello. And Patrice writes, I love your content. I love your music. I love the colors. It relaxes my mind and relaxes my body. I had a stroke and I have to keep a calm and peaceful existence. Listen, listen to your voice is my in my mind, and I sorry, who and I and my pressure goes down. I love your content. Talk to you more. I just thought I was talking too much. Listen, first and foremost, God bless. Praise the Almighty that your expiry date is not it's not anytime soon. Okay, and thank you for your kind words. It means a lot to me. As a person who, and I've said this story a million times, who was a very sickly child, in and out of hospitals for months at a time, bullied um, relentlessly. Um, I created a world for myself. I was very quiet, insular, but I had my imagination, and that saved me. I'll be honest with you, because there were many times where the devil did not want to see me here today. But the world I created was a world where people were friendly and wonderful and kind and loved each other and took care of each other, and everything was possible. Um, and one of the things that is so, every time I hear one of you say this to me, you say, "Oh, I love your voice," or, and I'm like, "My voice? What? You crazy?" It's like there's nothing special. Number one about my voice, and number two, like I I have to edit sometimes a lot because I da, 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 and I pronounce words weird sometimes and so on. But since doing this podcast, I've learned to accept good. It's not that I wasn't doing it before. I did, but I think you folks amplified it in a way that was so gracious and wonderful. So when any one of you say anything kind to me, I rejoice in it because I never thought. Don't get emotional. Do da do da do 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 that I would be here today. So I thank you. I thank you, and praise God that you are here too. And listen, you write as much as you want. I can't promise it will all be posted, but write as much as you want, and you are very, very welcome. Thank you for being part of this community. Thank you for showing up and hanging out in this space that we are all creating together. Thank you. And I say, everybody dance now. Uh, 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 uh. And we've got coming up Susie Q, 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 and The Arna, the Arna, boom. Sometimes I wonder about me. I'm not joking. I do. I wonder. I'm like, are you okay? do you need do you need someone to check on you? Oh boy. Okay. Susie Q. OMG, Antonio. Um. Oh, did I? Oh, we were both crying. I'm so happy. I don't know what to do with myself. Go, Princess Megan. I listen, and this is one of the good things about trying to get content out, especially if it's something I just see and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I need everyone to know this is happening. Um, when I'm able to, of course. I was like, the thing for me is once I start talking about, and I can just feel it. It goes right from my chest and then goes into my throat, and then it's like it sort of sticks in the throat and it goes like a ping pong ball back and forth because I'm trying so hard not to like not to let it out. then Oy, then sometimes I'm just like, listen, man, it is what it is. But I was so happy. I was so happy. But the second then I read that they had wrapped production already, I went, hmm, I've got some theories. Um, so it was great. Um, Diana wrote, the fact that season 2 is already filmed shows just how much faith Netflix has in Megan. Absolutement. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. I think I said it some time ago also that they was it the last podcast I said that? Yeah, I think so. They've got data. They've got the data. Everything is based on the information they collect from us. What we watch, what we don't watch, what we click on, how many times we click on it, right? And based on, I mean, he said it. The CEO said it. He said like, and I'm paraphrasing here, like the reaction he's noticed that Megan gets, whether bad or good, he goes, I've never seen anything like this. And I mean, if it was all favorable, I don't, I it would have been, oh, she's famous and everyone loves her and so on. But it's the combination of people who absolutely love her and others who are just vile, and those who just you know are monetized and are making money by trashing her or like saying evil things about her. I in my feed today there were these two men, and I was like, oh, okay, because there's so many of them now. So I was like, okay, let me click and see what they're actually saying. And I clicked on it, and I just thought, you're grown earthsmen. You're grown earthsmen. I don't know why it irritates me. Like women saying crappy stuff, it already irritates me because I'm like, you stupid idiot. Like, do you not see what the patriarchy is doing? It's making you hate someone you don't even know and criticize her for things that makes no sense. So the patriarchy puts you and puts women against each other. But when there's a man and he's spieling his thing, and he's saying, it's not like I hate her or anything, because I don't. I'm just being factual. I'm like, you pathetic piece of manure. You pathetic excuse for a man. That he said at one point, he goes, you know, I really used to like Suits, but the minute she's on screen, oh my gosh, it's just disgusting. Like her acting is awful. She's awful, and I'm going, wow, there is so much I can say to you There is so, and I'm not even a freaking therapist. I am not a therapist. I'm not qualified, but I can already like diagnose you with a couple of things, buddy. It was just incredible. So, they got to me and I left a comment on their thing. I was like, I really hope neither one of you have daughters. I really do. And then I said whatever else I said. So pathetic, these people. Anyways, yes, excited. We're all excited. Excited. Um, and may there be a season 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, a 8, a 9, and a 10. As long as she wants to do it. Because we will enjoy it. Thank you. And representing the Robinson clan, ladies and gentlemen, Adeline. Yay! You see, I amuse myself. I literally amuse myself. As I said, when you when you have to like spend a lot of time with yourself in hospital and with machines and stuff hooked up to you, you find a way to just go into your world and amuse yourself. So, anyways, Adeline said, Megan is an old soul. The best ships are the best ships are friendships. That killed me. It still does. I love it. I love it. It kills me. Best ships are friendships. Okay. Whew. Um, Emphasizes that true, lasting relationships are more valuable than material possessions like ships. Ships can be built and owned, but friendships are intangible and invaluable. Connection between people. Heart emojis and prayer emoji. I see you, Antonio. I see you. I hope you see me in a good way, not in that like creepy way from that movie where she was like, I see you. And it's like, oh my God. So funny. Um, I see you. You are amazing. Thank you. And so are you. I just don't understand why hate sells more than love. I pray for Harry and Meghan and their children every day that they will rise no matter what. Amen to that. God, wrap this couple in your arms of love. Great podcast, my friend. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I don't understand it either. And at the same time, I do. But the explanation, there's so many. I think I did a podcast way back when to illustrate in psychology how we as human beings we're more prone um, the to the negative than to the good, because the negative feeds our ego, it feeds our endorphins, all this other stuff, chemical stuff that um, it facilitates. While good news or something good is just wah wah, right? But that's the difference between, I think, I'm going to say us and them, is that for me, good news and good things, it's my high. It's my like, oh my gosh, this is so great. Like I get excited when I know like someone is succeeding, or things are going well for someone who I know or I love, or a family member, for any of you. Like it's just, it makes me so happy, so happy. And I think the hate at the beginning, I also was trying to figure it out. And we look at it and we say, okay, so we know it's coming from that island. We know it started like this. We know the tabloids. We know the reporters. And that is the genesis of it. But I think it has morphed into many things, right? Because it's coming now from the people who are monetizing it, They don't care who she is. They don't care. They may not even know who she is. All they know is that this person is trending, right? And people get 30,000 views, 160 views, and all that kind of stuff. So they're going to create content because she's trending in order to push it out. And if they see that the saying these hateful things is the one that gets the most attention because the algorithm is set up that way, then that's what's going to happen. All of this that's happening in our society today could be reversed. It could have been different. But greed, money, and the lack of empathy, the incapacity to see your fellow human being as your brother or your sister. Because I cannot, I just can't, in all consciousness, do harm or say harmful things about someone else the way they have violated in many ways the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Sussex. I just and to be on a platform as a grown Irishman, and spew this hatred. To be a woman who understands, we would think, especially of a certain age, the struggles, the things you had to put up with, and still to this day, the misogyny and all of that. And you contribute to this global smear campaign and bullying of this one woman, right? So we have that. And then we have the race. People love to say things like, I'm neutral. I don't see color. It's not about her race. It's about the way she's like so condescending. You don't know her. How do you know she's condescending? I just know. No, no, no. You just don't know. You're not freaking psychic. You're not God. Someone planted that in your brain and you accepted it because you're lazy. Lazy. You see all these MAGA people, all these like haters of, they're lazy people. They're lazy people who've got no morals, no scoop. They're just lazy because it takes just a few minutes to find out the truth. It takes just a few minutes to to see if there's an alternative narrative to what these other people are saying. But they're lazy, ungodly people. Ungodly. And I love when I get in my message box people who use the name of God and I'm in the wrong and I'm lying to these people who listen or subscribe to my channel. Um, I'm giving misinformation, and I'm thinking, if you had just a minuscule of brain cell, you wouldn't write or leave any of those messages because how embarrassing for you. On all levels, it's embarrassing. On all levels. I mean, thank you for the help. But we are where we are because of these tech bros who've decided that they should be the ones who control society. Not us by voting, But corporations should control society. I mean, they do already, to be quite honest. They should be the ones in control, and the CEO would become the monarch. That I'm not joking, folks. That's what they want. That's what they want. They think that they know what's best for all of us because they can create AI. I was watching a podcast the other day, and this wonderful woman, and I can't remember her name now, because they were talking about AI and all of that. And she said, I've worked with these people. She said, most of the times I'm the only woman in the room. And she said, the things these men say and how douchey they are. But she goes, you know why AI is AI and why they've made it a certain way. So, so the host actually was like, yeah, I don't know. You tell me. And she goes, because men cannot procreate. Men cannot procreate. Only women can. And men, for the longest time, have been looking for a way to procreate. And AI, robotics, is their child. Is their child. And their child has already eyes in our homes, right? Why am I talking about this now? Sorry, folks. I get I get into like a zone and just start like blah 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 blah. Blah. But it's fascinating, fascinating. I think when people look back at at history, not to give us a pat on the back, but I think what we do and what we've done will be looked back with kindness, and what these other people have been doing will look back, and I think 2, 3 generations from now, kids reading about this or whatever, going, why would they do that to her? You know? Okay, mis amigos, mon amis. I think I have one more. Yeah, I have one more. I'm gonna do the one more. Sorry, I don't mean to keep you folks longer. And we've got Alice. Alice. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Alice. Alice, thank you. Merci. Muchas gracias. Arigato gozaimasu. I know that's not what you say. Sorry. But thank you. Thank you so very much for your super sticker, super thanks. It's appreciated. And thank you. And thanks to all of you, each and every one of you. I'm going to see if I can, in the next episode, also grab some more random ones, and just because I love that you folks comment and all of that. It keeps conversations going, and I love reading them. So I want to bring them up and point them out also, so we can have that little conversation. Until we meet again, I say goodbye to you, my darlings. I don't know this song, but that's what's in my head. This is what's in my head. Ah, what a day. What a day. Love you, folks. Thank you so very much. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to your loved ones and to that stranger. If they're good looking, be kind. If they're not, don't. No, I'm joking. Be kind to them also. Who knows? You might be the only kind thing or person they've met all day. Cost us nothing. Mwah. Ciao, ciao.
It's 5 a.m. I've watched the sun fall and come back up again. Ain't slept for weeks. I hear the clocks ticking and no one sore eyes wanna take in the sight of me. I'm breathing, but my lungs taking no air. I'm touching, but I don't feel what's there. I think I'm lost, and I'm trying to come back through. Think I'm lost, trying to find the wreck of the yellow click. My heels come back to you. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. Through all this change, the girl I knew and got used to, she got lost along the way. Hear the winds whisper, but their voices seem so loud. And I can't bear the thought that I haven't done you proud.